With the coronavirus lurking in the air and new cases spiking in Santa Clara County, Governor Newsom asked the public to take extra precautions.
Under the state framework, those kinds of personal services are allowed as long as they follow the state and local guidance on how to be operated.
Turkeys are Thanksgiving food, but a special kind of turkey is bringing health into tradition. Update News starts now.
From the School of Journalism and Mass Communications at San Jose State University, your source for what's happening with a fresh perspective on today's issues. You're watching Update News.
Welcome to Update News. I'm Danny White.
And I'm Hoisan Chang.
Today we have reporters standing live in Santa Cruz, Modesto, Covina, and San Jose.
California is pulling a so-called emergency brake on reopening businesses. Governor Gavin Newsom is reacting to several spikes in coronavirus cases. One of the hardest hit areas is Santa Clara County. Kenya Caballero is live in San Jose. What are the changes being implemented?
Hoishan, the number of businesses that are now open face strict limitation. The entire county has turned back to purple tier, meaning more restrictions on many levels.
California reaches 1 million coronavirus cases. And as the holidays approach, the governor works fast to mitigate the spread.
Daily cases, though, in the state of California have doubled just in the last 10 days. This is simply the fastest increase California has seen since the beginning of this pandemic.
Due to the number of hospitalizations, California governor has taken on the responsibility to move some counties back in the tier system.
In purple, 13, red counties 22, orange 17, and 6 counties in yellow.
The color purple in the tier system represents a county with a wide spread of cases. Santa Clara is currently in the purple tier, forcing dining areas, pools, and gyms to close indoors and only operate outdoors if possible. The recent increase of cases has residents worried.
Honestly, I'm concerned and I'm scared to the point that I don't even go out that much, just not for my safety, but for my friends and family.
It's not all bad news. Hair and nail salons will continue to operate indoor as long as they follow the protocols established by the county.
Under the state framework, those kinds of personal services are allowed as long as they follow the state and local guidance on how to be operated.
Schools that are open can continue to open as long as they are following the rules. With regards to schools that are not open yet,
those schools will have to wait under the state framework until we are 2 weeks out of the purple tier.
Anything to reduce the risk of exposure for our whole population or our whole county, I feel like it's a necessary move, off of outdoor dining. So
California will be opening new COVID sites all throughout the state, even though the cities are still not determined. If you happen to live in the Santa Clara County, you can access the Santa Clara County webpage and put your zip code and search for the nearest location of where you can get a free COVID test. Thank you. Well, live in San Jose, Kenya Caballero, Update News.
With the restrictions changing for restaurants, they're feeling the whiplash. Indoor dining has been on and off again. As COVID cases are back on the rise, health officials warn that if people in Santa Clara County don't act immediately, they could see an even sharper spike in cases.
Unfortunately, I think our trends are not headed in a favorable direction for us.
The number of COVID cases in November is already double October's, and officials warn that we need to do more. Monday, the state passed Santa Clara County into the purple tier.
We will be closing indoor dining.
Public Health Officer Sarah H. Cody says that stopping indoor dining could help flatten the curve. But while some restaurants are set up for outdoor dining, like the ones here in San Pedro Square, others aren't so lucky, and they have to jump over hurdles to adjust.
Like, I have other tables I can put outside. It's just, now that, winter's coming around, I probably need to get like heaters, and it's just gonna be more work.
Joseph Huh owns Peanuts, a restaurant on San Fernando Street. It's been a staple for SJSU students since 1982. He says indoor dining has helped the business recover from the first round of closures. but now he's uncertain for the future.
Definitely business picked up, things were looking better, and now I don't know what to expect.
Which is why officials are urging everyone to do their part.
It's our time to act, and I know a lot of people feel like they've done everything they can. We're asking those of you who've done everything you can, do a little more.
Santa Clara County Board of Supervisors President Cindy Chavez says it takes everyone to make a difference.
We all, as a community, have an opportunity to stem this, and I say that because we, as a community, we want every business to be open, we want our schools to be open, and we really have to work together to get there.
That's exactly how Huh sees it as well.
San Jose is going to always be here. Peanuts, as long as Peanuts is here, San Jose will be here. You know what I mean? So I want to be there for San Jose whenever this thing is over.
While many restaurants can set up outdoor dining, it remains to be seen if the public will want to eat out in the cold or the rain. Food, presents, and good company. That's what the holidays are all about. However, this year, due to COVID-19, things will be different. And with the temperatures changing, the risk of contracting the virus is higher. SJSU Health Center Dr. Lauren Hidalgo has advice for those who will be getting together with their families this holiday. She says to avoid small spaces and try to celebrate outdoors. However, if you don't have a backyard and your only option is staying inside, open the windows and turn on a fan. Celebrating in your garage is also a good idea as long as you keep it open.
Some solutions could be, if you have a garage that's not as crowded as my garage is, sometimes people will have a table sit up there where maybe the lower risk people are sitting outside and you can see each other through the window.
For those having family over, public health officials also advise checking the temperature of everyone coming in, wearing masks when not eating, also keeping the gathering short.
More than 240 million turkeys are raised in the U.S. each year. According to the U.S. Poultry Associations, we will eat about 6 million for Thanksgiving. Up the News reporter Jasmine Kim has the story.
Due to COVID-19 putting a halt to a variety of family traditions, more people are staying closer to home for the holidays, and that means less traveling.
A lot of people around here, I think, have family in different parts of the country, and they would normally leave, and go elsewhere. And that person's responsible for getting the bird. But I think with more people kind of staying put, I'm getting a lot of phone calls from people that I've never heard from before.
Aaron's heritage birds are bred, grown, and processed on a ranch in Nipomo, California. Her birds are unique compared to store-bought birds that get fat faster. With them being higher in quality, natural in size, and nutrient-dense, helps sustain a healthier bird.
The demand is higher. Like, I notice a lot of people want my birds, and I don't have enough to supply them.
As stores stock up and prepare for the season's turkey rush, for some people, nothing's changed for the holidays and can't wait to bond with their families.
I go with my sister. She picks me up until we go together. Mostly just like immediate family is what it is.
Not everyone will enjoy their turkey feasting as a family. Others might go to a shelter to eat.
Maybe a friend or two, like I said, but mostly I'll probably just be by myself. Maybe, I don't know, maybe go to a food thing, but I don't know really. I didn't really thought about Thanksgiving. I don't really care for the holidays.
That was Jasmine King reporting. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, the turkey meat production in the United States was over 4 million pounds down, about 1% from a year early. The project amounts for turkey sold this year is about 81 million. It might also be more difficult for American companies to hire skilled foreign workers. The Trump administration is overhauling rules for the H-1B visa, although a group of universities and businesses have filed suit to try and stop the changes.
The American dreams might turn even more expensive for employers. The Trump administration is in the process of eliminating the lottery system for the H-1B visa. The changes will limit the number of foreign workers and require business to pay them higher salaries.
The threshold they define in the new H-1B proposal is unreasonably high, even for like a big company like a Google and Apple.
According to the National Association of Manufacturers, the new system will cost employers almost $200 billion over 10 years. Another change puts limit on the kinds of jobs H-1B applicants can fill. H-1B holder Fan Hegong studied accounting at SJSU. She says, as ripple effect, the change will drive international students away from the American colleges.
Like schools will have lower international students.
But other people, petitioning for visas, say America's higher education will always be the draw, with or without the prospect for employment.
I still think that a lot of people still have hope and wanting to come to the US because it's different.
In a legal aspect, the rule has long-lasting effect on both immigration and U.S. economic growth.
But we're also talking about, specifically about, lawful immigration being something that has always benefited the United States.
Kakuski said, President-elect Biden might approach the same matter differently, but what has been done already cannot be undone easily.
When Update News returns, Nicole Albalar will join us with a look at arts and entertainment.
And we will see how the journalism department at SJSU is honoring a national health expert with a special award.
Black Friday is happening. Here are some alluring deals for all shoppers.
And an educational program is taking on its mission in empowering underrepresented students. The School of Journalism and Mass Communications awards a journalist every year for his or her excellent body of work. This year, the recipient may be furthest aligned with the school, but his commitment to speak truthfully to various audiences regarding the pandemic has landed him the Hearst Award of 2020. Guadalupe Migdio is live in Modesto with more. Guadalupe?
From here in Modesto and from all over the world, people on YouTube and Zoom could watch the ceremony on Tuesday. SJSU bestowed the Hearst Award on the most trusted voice in America during this pandemic.
SJSU School of Journalism and Mass Communication William Randolph Hearst Award recipient for 2020 is Dr. Anthony Fauci, an award that normally goes to someone in the news business, but the faculty unanimously voted Dr. Fauci for his unshakable commitment to truth.
What we value in journalism and mass communication as freedom of free-flowing information, we saw that he was doing that in the face of adversity.
Students, faculty, journalists, and SJSU's president thanked Dr. Fauci for his dedication to saving lives during the pandemic.
This one, though, just rose to the top. I mean, everybody in the country was talking about Dr. Fauci.
Dr. Fauci's track record of candor when speaking to the American people has landed him admiration.
You could feel and hear the honesty like in his voice, and I feel like that's very important communication as well.
The ceremony had moments that touched many people, from the screen through to their homes.
Just also amazing to see such a prominent figure in our world, in our society, and just see him on a real level and in a space that is close to us.
The school announced an endowment scholarship in Dr. Anthony Fauci's name for students following studies in health journalism.
The school plans to invite him to campus once it's safe to travel. Live in Modesto, Guadalupe Migdio, Update News.
And now we have Nicole Albalar with a look at arts and entertainment.
Nicole, Black Friday is approaching. What does this year Black Friday looks like?
Hi, Ocean. Although it's not an official holiday, Black Friday is known to be an American tradition that marks the official beginning of Christmas shopping. But this year, things are looking a lot different due to COVID-19. Jocelyn Aguirre is live with more.
Nicole, COVID 19 has definitely changed a lot of things this year, including Black Friday. Businesses went from having special deals only on Black Friday after Thanksgiving to now having sales all of November.
The retail store Old Navy decided to extend its deals an extra 2 days due to the coronavirus. So this year's event is 5 days long with up to 40% off everything in stores and site-wide.
That Friday, we're like hoping or anticipating, I guess, that Friday won't be as busy.
Companies like Target, Walmart, Best Buy, and Old Navy are stretching their sales both in-store and online so they can avoid huge crowds that Friday.
I might just check it out. But if I see if there's a lot of people, yeah, I might just go back home.
With all these new changes, you can skip the crowds and long lines and shop at your own timetable.
If anything, I think it's good that they're doing the expansion up to Monday. For me, I'd probably go when it's like in the middle of the workday.
This year, Black Friday is essentially set to be bigger than ever because of factors like competitive sales and the predicament of huge online demand.
Retailers are preparing for one of the busiest shopping weeks of the year, but this time they are hoping to reduce the size of crowds because previous years usually have an estimated of 160 million people shopping Thanksgiving Day to Cyber Monday. In Covina, Update News.
Students are worried about finding a good job after graduation. The COVID-19 pandemic has worsened those fears. SJSU continues to implement programs to help graduates' success. Fernanda De La Bosco is live in San Jose with more. Fernanda?
Nicole, a program called Braven is helping students land their dream jobs. It's been in place for 6 years at SJSU, and it's especially helpful to students during the economic shock of the pandemic.
1/3 of first-generation students drop out of college before completing their degree, but not Cynthia Fernandez.
I'm a first-generation student. I'm a person of color. I'm a woman. So nobody else really taught me these skills like directly like Braven did.
Braven is a career accelerator program developed in 2014. Although it started with just 17 students, Braven has had a 70% success rate with their SJSU students.
I think it's a great program. It's targeted for, underrepresented minorities who come from first-generation families, who come from low-income families, because they don't have the ability to learn these skills within their families.
Fernandez landed a full-time offer at Applied Materials, a material engineering company as a college senior, an offer often out of reach for even college graduates. The program also helped Gabriel Miranda.
Yeah, so because of Braven, I just landed a manager job at Amazon. Yeah, it's pretty great. I hope to continue that development and then move my way around and become like a project manager for a tech company.
Miranda graduated from SJSU May, in the midst of a global pandemic. Unlike other 2020 graduates stuck at the 13% unemployment rate, Miranda found his dream job thanks to his time with Braven.
A study done by the Brookings Institute found that if a first-generation low-income college graduate does not find a strong job within the first 6 months after graduation, their wealth gap will continue to widen as they move on in their career.
Diana Fung is the site director of Braven at SJSU. She is proud of all the program has been able to accomplish.
95% of our students who have actually taken our course are persisting towards graduation or have graduated.
This is a big accomplishment since most of Braven students are first generation and low income, some of the highest dropout demographics. But this isn't their only achievement.
We also have shown about 70% of our students who have graduated have landed strong first jobs within 6 months of graduation.
Fung encourages students from all disciplines to sign up for the program in hopes of increasing success rates amongst SJSU graduates. Live in San Jose, Fernanda de Velasco, Update News.
And that does it for arts and entertainment.
70% finding a job after college is a really good percentage, I think. I know graduates who still work at Taco Bell.
Yeah. Yeah, with this kind of special program, it's definitely going to boost their new graduates' confidence. When we come back, we'll have the weather forecast.
And we'll take a look at the latest Mountain West game. The Spartans are unstoppable this football season. We'll have the action from the game with the UNLV Rebels.
Update News. We'll be right back.
The Spartans close out their fourth win in a row over UNLV, putting them at 4-0 for the first time since 1955. Not only that, but junior defensive lineman Cade Hall was named Mountain West Defensive Player of the Week, with 7 tackles, 3 of which were for sacks. That's the third week in a row that a Spartan player has been announced Player of the Week in this conference. And although they are playing what seems to be textbook football, Coach Brennan says they can still improve.
A huge win for us. Every win is big for us, right? When, in my opinion, when I look back over our time here, I think we're getting to a good place where we won a game, but we were all a little bit upset. We felt like we could have played better. And so I think that's a positive thing coming from where we've been in the past and kind of where we want to go.
Although the Spartans may have some work to do, they still seem to be firing off on both sides of the ball. They are headed to Fresno State on Saturday to play the 3-1 Bulldogs for a chance at the Valley Trophy. The game will be on CBS at 4 p.m.
Now we have student meteorologist Joshua Gilman with the 5-day forecast. Joshua?
When it comes to the snow season, Lake Tahoe had their share of snow last weekend with just 1 inch of snow. Unfortunately, they will not be getting any snow this upcoming weekend. However, it will continue to stay cold with low temperatures in the low 20s, so a lot of the summit snow should be retained. Going over to the Bay Area, dry weather and seasonably cool conditions are forecasted from Friday through early next week. Although there is no rain for the next week, it was exciting to finally receive some earlier this week. Now, going to the 5-day forecast, in Santa Cruz, their high temperatures will mainly be in the mid-60s, and the low temperatures will continue to be chilly in the low to mid-40s. In San Francisco, the high temperatures will be in the low to mid-60s and low temperatures in the mid to upper 40s. In Oakland, they will be experiencing basically the same weather with high temperatures in the mid-60s and low temperatures in the mid-40s. Finally, in San Jose, the high temperatures are going to be mainly in the mid-60s, just about the same as last week, and the low temperatures will be in the upper 30s and low 40s. The chilliest night will be on Saturday at 37 degrees. That's the update I have for you now. Everyone, have a happy Thanksgiving and enjoy the feast.
And now for a look at SJSU's upcoming events. On Friday, Hammer Theater presents Black Cab Jazz with pianist and composer Emmett Cohen. The live stream event begins at 7 p.m. and tickets can be purchased online. And on Saturday, Hammer Theater also presents a contemporary play called The Living by Bay Area playwright Anthony Clarvo. The virtual play will start at 7:30 p.m. These are just a couple events you can enjoy from the comfort of your own home.
And that does it for this edition of Update News.
For all of us here, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.